back to NBA 2K Live. So, I mean, not live. Can't even get this right. NBA 2K 16. And yeah, we're going to do Hawks versus the Rockets, the Houston Rockets again. So yeah. Okay, let's find them first. What the heck? Why do they have FC? That's a boy. Why do they have a soccer team on basketball? That doesn't make sense. These are all like, I think these are all like soccer teams. I think they are. There's Real Madrid. That's the old teams. There's the old Hawks. Where is the normal people? Wait.
Mama gonna ballet.
There we are. Okay, that took a while.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets as they'll be playing against the Atlanta Hawks at Phillips Arena. Checking out Atlanta, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means. Has never gotten all that much national media love, but Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh,
well, let's get to it, guys.
Well, he does everything you want a post player to do.
Let's get to
honestly, he passed.
Sorry if you're background noise, that is my, that's my,
At the small forward position,
I have one person watching. Whoever you are, thank you. Thank you for one person watching. You probably know who it is.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon.
Wait. I need to look at the controls. I don't know. Okay, oops.
This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. We're at the Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks plan to take advantage of home court. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Mota Eunice and Howard the post pair. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the three. Shot clock at 5. Goes up from the top of the key.
I know how it feels, but the dogs are out.
Houston gets it back. Mota Eunice.
Sorry about that, guys. I just had to look at a comment from
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Okay. That's a Corver.
Harden against Corver. Off target with his three. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates. Big adjustment.
The Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the three. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him.
Make it,
and
yes.
The shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Okay, here we go.
So we'll see Paul Millsap go to the line here. It's on Mota Eunice.
You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40. Mostly because he only took threes or so, it appeared.
Another
It's hard to
comment.
be efficient if you're only shooting 3.
Okay, hi.
You guys, when you think
Hello.
about Trevor
Yeah,
Ariza,
hi.
he
I
was
saw your
signed by
comment,
Houston
and I say
last
hi.
year
That's
to
what I
play
say.
defense.
Hi.
And did he deliver on that end? He was
And I
usually
know
matched
who
up
you
against
are,
the
so
opponent's best
don't
wing
be like,
scorer,
hey,
and he had the
you know who I
highest
am,
steals
because I
average
already know
of his
who you
career,
are.
almost 2 a game. Add to that, he is a knockdown shooter from beyond the
arc.
arc.
And Bazemore kicks to Horford.
Oh.
Can't hit.
What?
And Houston the other way now.
I'll tell you what, for what's really a
Yes, I will
elementary
comment
shot,
to
he
you
looked
and
a
say
little
hi,
nervous on
okay?
that release.
Okay.
Beverly with
Person
the ball.
whose name
Picked
starts
up
with
by
A.
Teague, and it's slammed in by Howard.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Outside Korver. No good on the 3. And it's Houston's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much.
Oh my
They
gosh,
get it back.
stop
And that's
commenting,
just
guys.
terrific positioning on his part. to
I
get
know
that
who you
board.
are.
I mean, he might not
I
have
know
the
you're
size,
excited.
but his basketball IQ and feel
What was
is off
that?
the charts.
Okay to what? Okay
Here's
to what?
Beverly.
Okay to what? It's my
And
question.
here is Moniunas.
I forgot what I said, so don't ask me.
Offensive rebound.
Oh my gosh,
Howard
Dwight
again.
Howard's so
And there
tall.
are more points
Yeah, we might lose
tacked
this,
on
yeah.
here to the early lead.
Unless we catch
And
up
it's
like
a nice
by
lead as
a
well.
lot.
I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Okay.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the
Stop
2 seed because they won the
commenting.
Southwest
Oh my
Division.
gosh, how
and as
tight-
it turned out,
how
everything
fast
worked
and
out very
tight.
well for them.
It really did. And
You don't
had
have
a
to stop
divisional matchup
commenting.
in that first
You-
round
you
against the
have-
Mavs. But
Yes,
the Rockets
tight
took
a
care
lot
of
of
business in that
comments.
series and would advance.
Now Beverly, following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. Howard can't hit.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big
Go,
guy
go,
has
Corver.
to do for
Okay,
him.
stop right there.
Contest every rebound.
That's good.
Yes, thank you.
And so here is
Okay,
Houston.
I read your comment.
And you know, for the Rockets, they had
yeah.
a major gut check
Okay,
in the second
yeah,
round.
you're
Went
not
down
excited.
3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th, and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and
What
keep
the
scoring
heck?
points.
I just saw
keep
a
it going.
hawk,
Not
a
a
hawk
lot you
costume
can do
going on the
as
floor.
a defense when they keep
Right,
getting the
dragging
ball in the paint
dragging
like
the
this.
mascot out?
And it's
or
a
what?
completely new group for
That's
them.
okay.
And the Rockets making a change here as well. Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Moniunas.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Now here's Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading
one
spray
word to catch
guns
up
from
with him.
long range, trading blows from
Why is-
behind the arc.
Harden against
still
Hardaway.
in.
And the foul
It's
called
not a
on Tim
reaching
Hardaway Jr.
foul,
That is his
Nope,
first
not
foul
at
of the
all.
game for the Rockets. Capela's checked in, and Corey Brewers subbed in for James Harden.
And I will comment, okay? I'll say hi.
The open shot by Brewer,
A.
and
I just
Splitter
call you
pulls
A
it
for
down.
right now.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Dishes it to Cephalosha. Here's Scott. Can't get it to go.
How do you not make
and
that?
Houston
Okay,
the other
you're
way.
like right there, at the free throw line, which is easy. It's like right here. You don't know.
Here's
it's easy.
Beasley. Off
Oh
to a
my
good start as he hits
God,
his first
that's
shot
a-
attempt.
Yeah, guys. Let's just rematch this, cause yeah, this is going bad. I don't know how to jump though.
So the Rockets win the tip.
Okay. Ah, he lost the
And
ball.
the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by
Oh my
Beverly.
gosh, so
You
bad
look
for
back
him.
last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique
walk
Wilkins
now,
in front of the
please?
stadium.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up neat was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Modiunas and Howard, the post pair.
feel like I should have
Harden
that
and
now.
Ariza filling out the perimeter, and it's Beverly in at the point. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Harden has a wide open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at
that's
home,
bad.
and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
Now here's Beverly. Shoots it. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
You have a free competition, you can get it.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Pass to Millsap from outside the arc. No luck. So Houston will take it the other way.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking
Yes.
about basketball again. And
No.
Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show
Oh,
up more than
I thought he
usual
blocked it.
last season. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Outside Teague.
Come on, Jeff Teague.
Millsap sets the pick for Teague. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick
Oh,
Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in
trash,
assists
trash.
and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of
Rick.
becoming a better playmaker. Becoming a
it.
guy that has
Whatever.
coaches trust him
Really
to
care.
handle the basketball
I'm
in
gonna
those
win,
crucial
probably. I want to
situations.
anyway.
Now
Okay,
here's Horford.
Come on, please do me good.
The pass to Bazemore. Outside Korver. Kicks it to Bazemore. Clock at 6. Back to Korver. Fires for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Harden kicks to Howard.
Be that guy. Where is he? Who am I guarding? I want to guard him.
Millsap's against
I really
Modiunas.
don't want to guard Howard.
Rebound Atlanta. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Bazemore passes to Millsap. Teagues it to Bazemore. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague dishes to Horford. Bazemore for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. Rockets trail. Modiunas a screen on Horford. Howard in the post. Teague covering. And here's Harden for 3. And it's Jeff Teague with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Millsap a screen. Teague the pass to Horford. Millsap sets the pick for Horford. Teague kicks to Horford. Fires the 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field.
And the Rockets were a tough team last year, but at times it really felt like a one-man show. Harden carried them so much for so long. You just have to wonder if it wore him out.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Bazemore dishes to Korver. There's the feed to Bazemore. The 3. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. And if carrying the team during the regular season wore Harden down, Greg, as you were talking about, it didn't show that much in the playoffs. Harden was phenomenal most, if not Clark, all of the postseason.
I would agree with you, but there also were some other guys for Houston that did step up in the postseason. Howard looked as good as he did before all of his injuries as a case in point.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach for the Rockets just a moment ago. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, he wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
Terry outside. He feeds it to Harden. Here's Capella, and the layup is good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And so it's Atlanta with it. The Rockets making the shot. They need this. And it's Schroeder missing.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective.
Here's Cephalosha. Jason Terry picking up that last basket. Here's Scott. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Terry the pass to Harden. Here's Capella. Got a hand on it. Here's Scott. And released it in time, but it's off the mark.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. Your very own Atlanta Hawks 2.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Patrick Beverly out there with McDaniels. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Beasley, and it's Howard in at the center position.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Beasley sets a screen for Beverly. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
Rockets leading by 5. And it's Ariza in the corner.
Miss.
And it comes off the front of the rim. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Following the 3 by Atlanta. And Beverly kicks to Beasley. And that one is hammered home.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Ariza. Ariza with another miss. The Hawks trail by 4. Millsap kicks to Humphries. Dishes to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Millsap. The shot is off. Good D by Ariza. Rocket shooting 47%, pretty solid. Beverly dishes to Beasley. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Now it's a 6-point Houston lead.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Atlanta again missing. The Rockets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's McDaniels, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The dish to Schroeder. Out to the right wing. Deflects the pass. Stolen by McDaniels. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Al Horford's checked in for Humphries. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Here's Bazemore. Another three for Atlanta.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Here's Beverly following the three by Atlanta. He kicks it to Howard. He tries for three. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim.
Now, here's Horford. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And it's off from three-point range. Ariza kicks to Montejunas. Here's McDaniels. And the three off target.
And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Ball stolen. Here's Teague, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into two easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Atlanta making a switch here. Scott's checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. James Harden, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Bazemore misses. Rockets have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Harden gets the bucket. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
That is good. Scott's got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Rockets have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. To the paint, it's tipped. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Look at this. Oh, this dunk though.
And then just on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Harden against Korver.
Is he just going to waste the time?
It's Harden with the drive, and the shot comes. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
This guy is a scoring machine. I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
He only gets one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Rockets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Only 71% from the line last season. And rest
Never
assured, they're
missing
hoping
shots.
to bring those numbers up this year.
Please.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
That was bad.
And we're through the first half of basketball here.
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by 1, ending the half with a 4-point lead. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
And Shaq, what'd you see from it? And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Oh yeah, guys.
Here we go now. The start of the third quarter. Welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
More daily
One of the stories here,
videos
James Harden
on
getting
the
it done today.
weekend.
Always been
Because,
a dynamic
yeah.
scorer, and
also
we
starting
saw in that
February,
first
I might
half
not make
the
daily.
entire
I might
repertoire
not
on display.
Yeah, he's a
do
hard man
videos
to keep
on
down, and so far they
Tuesday
haven't found
and
the answer
Thursday.
for him. I don't know if there is an answer
Okay.
for him, quite honestly.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are
Because
the
I have
guards.
soccer
And it's
practice, and that
Bazemore
takes
at the
a
three
long
slot.
time.
So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Ariza no up. It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on you. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like
Hands are
that.
not even
Well, he
on the
almost
rim.
brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Feeds it to Ariza. Screen by Howard. Harden the pass to Ariza. Good on the shot. And now a 6-point Houston lead. Atlanta calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of
that's
a
bad.
game, you have to stay hydrated.
It's Harden with the drive. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Harden's got 14.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got
Oh!
one team moving crisply, getting good shots,
lucky.
and the other is just kind of stagnant.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Ariza goes in. Sweet little floater. Ariza's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
It's stolen by Ariza. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block,
It's a
force him
charging
to the
foul
line.
for him.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And, guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. You know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Buries it from three-point range. Beverly's got 11 points.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Harden against Hardaway. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And Beverly plucked out of Europe by the Rockets. Clark, he signed a new contract this past offseason.
And a nice value for the Rockets, Kevin. I mean, he's a player whose impact on the game really transcends the stat sheet. That's often the case for those guys that are all defense caliber players.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Chris Humphries. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Paul Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Beasley comes in for Monty Eunice. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
Schroeder kicks to Teague. Hawks passing it around. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Sefolosha. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Terry kicks to Harden. Great D that time from Teague.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted. It's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. Brewer, good.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
58 seconds left in the third. Schroeder passes to Scott. Fades. Beasley with the rebound.
It's bad.
Beasley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brewer. Shot no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
There's 31 seconds left in the third. Got freed up. Nice work. And that's 20 points for James Harden.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Atlanta with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
James Harden. That's his first personal foul.
The Hawks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Free throw good, Sefolosha. So both teams making some changes here. so he makes both from the line. Harden dishes to McDaniels. Lets the three fly. The shot, no good. And that's it for... Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets.
So now I'm going to be screaming.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Beasley out there with Howard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Screen by Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up. And it's Beverly missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Bazemore. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore, hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball, Kevin. There's only one out there.
Right.
And you're going to have 5 guys, so you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victories.
Really left alone that time.
Bruh.
And it's now 23 points for
I
James
thought we were
Harden.
gonna win.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Millsap
that's
misses.
bad.
And, you know, going back to Kent Bazemore, he was not a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Was solid and unspectacular in college. Entered the NBA as an undrafted free agent. Exceeded everybody's expectations.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up. A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3-ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Harden's
Please
got
don't
room,
do it.
and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And getting back to Kent Bazemore, I mean, he will always have a role in this league because of his defense and his positive attitude. He's the kind of guy who gets counted out early, then goes on to have a legitimate 10-year NBA career.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. 11 feet away, and it's Houston with another.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
The Hawks trail by 17. Atlanta again
Jump
missing.
up to get
Here's
it
Houston now. They've got a 10-0 run going. Beverly with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Beverly the pass to Harden. Here's Beasley. Good. It's Harden with the assist.
Yeah, we lost, guys. I'm sorry.
Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
Because we do not
Excellent
have
ball
another
movement
quarter
there,
to do
guys.
this.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
That's good. Bazemore's got 4 this quarter.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
And Beverly kicks to Beasley. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap. Hawks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Passes it to Korver. Here's Horford. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And Beverly kicks to Beasley. He feeds it to Ariza. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Howard. Offensive rebound. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
and just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Count the buckets. Here's Beverly. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Howard with a screen on Korver. It's Harden with the drive. Howard.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And the Rockets making a change here. Montiunas has checked in.
And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011. A 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human service.
Millsap with the steal. Korver dishes to Bazemore. That's good.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Pass to Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 15 points here in the second half.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back, Clark, at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Kevin, they clearly won the second chance points category, and possession after possession, we watched them go after the loose balls and the misses and turn them into makes.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for James Harden. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And the shot is good. 6 points for Dwight Howard.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And it's the Rockets on the break. And the basket good. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Rockets?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
And the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point play. That's on Dwight Howard, and Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Humphreys comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Cephalosha has checked in for Teague. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Kyle Korver. Houston with a big group substitution here. Cabela's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. McDaniels, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Bazemore. Terry grabs the board.
How did he not make that?
And so it's Houston with it.
Oh, I'm supposed to be guarding him. What if I got that?
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul
5
of the game.
milliseconds left. I don't really care anyway.
First team foul. Finish.
Really don't care.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here.
Well, it
This
looks like
crowd
it
was
is
stunned by the manner in
really
which
hard
their
to
team
beat
was
them.
dismantled.
You know what?
Yeah,
Shocking.
we're gonna
I don't
next
care
time
what
we're gonna
the
just try
matchup is.
another
You
team.
never expect a
Because,
road
yeah,
team
this is
to come
a
in
little
and
hard
just
to beat
cruise
them.
to the
Like,
kind
maybe
of
we
win
can go
they
against
did tonight.
Timberwolves.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the...
Whoa. See, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. I will make one in like 1 second. So, yeah, don't go anywhere.